Greetings, everyone. It is Culture Ace Tarot back to give you another reading. I decided today for Sunday, October 31st, the time is now 4:26 a.m., to give you a different reading. For a while, I've wanted to do something different than just regular R&B, urban type of reading, so I wanted to expand and maybe cross some genres. And so because of that, I decided to do gospel today. So today I'm doing the Clark sisters. And a couple weeks ago, there was a little bit of rumbling on the internet, particularly Instagram and Facebook, regarding the Clark sisters going to see one of their sisters, Denise Clark. So because of that, people were wondering what was the backstory behind that, especially seeing that Miss Karen Clark shared kept bringing it up. And as you all know, the Clark sisters is made up of Jackie, Dorinda, as well as Karen and Twinkie. So Twinkie Clark, Karen Clark Shears, Dorinda Clark Cole, and then also Jackie Clark, who's also a widow. So today we're going to look and see what happened in regards to that reunification that took place with them, and then also their estranged sister, Denise Clark. Okay? So as we look right here, we see the Page of Wands. So what that means is this is a young person, fresh, optimistic, coming forth to say, hey, let's try this new adventure. Let's like to move forward and see what we can do regarding the situation of moving forward to heal, as we've heard that Denise Clark had been ill for some time. So the person that comes forward is making amends to say that, hey, this is what we need to do moving forward. It's not quite sure, basically, if this is a male figure or if this was one of the Clark sisters that decided to move forward. But this person, they are hopeless romantic. They fall in love easily, as well as also they come forward to state that, moving in a new direction, this is what we need to do. So as we can continue to look forward, now we see the Eight of Pentacles. This is like moving forward, making a decision, reflecting, coming back, looking at what are the pros and cons of this affecting future deals, as well as also how will this make the group look if we do not reunite. So moving forward, there was a decision that came. So I was not sure who the person was, but it was kind of made clear with the Tower card, because the decision that was handed down was from an authority figure who I now realize who it is, but I ain't gonna say no names. But this authority figure told the Clark sisters they needed to go meet with the sister because it would have been bad press and it would have been a bad image on the organization or on their brand if they did not meet. And because of that, it was not received well. All hell broke loose, and it was a lot of, I'm not going to do it and you can't make me do it. And therefore, that's where I stand. It was very heated. It was a very intense meeting. And it was a very intense discussion. And because of that, the Clark sisters at that time had to make a decision. They had to weigh their options. But again, this person came back again and said, you don't have a decision to ponder, or you don't have a decision to make. What I say go. So this person comes in as the King of Cups. And so therefore it's kind of revealed of who the person was. They told the Clark sisters they needed to go meet with their sister because it would have been bad press if something unfortunately happened to Denise and they never made amends. So it was more like a press type of attempt. It was more so for PR, public relations, and it was also for marketing, branding, that they did go meet in regards to the situation before something took a turn for the worse. So because of that, not everybody was on board. It was more so that like they went with the Seven of Swords. Some of them or a few of them went in with the mentality that I'm just going to do what I need to do because I need to keep my coins. But then there was also a decision of if I don't do it, what will happen? And because of that, there was an embattlement that they would be stripped. They would be stripped from positions and they would lose money if they did not do what they needed to do in regards to this meeting. It was basically you're going to do it my way or you're going to be stripped because the conviction that came down was you got to do this. You're on an international platform. This needs to be done. This is how it's going to look and this is what we need to do. Unfortunately, everybody was not on board, so some people was there more in body than in spirit. And so basically it was just like some of the members kind of went in open-minded because they're more so I'm going to do what I'm told versus the others saying that I'm just here because I got to keep what I got to keep moving forward. And so because of that, there was justice. There was a meeting that took place, and moving forward, I don't know what this justice sometimes means litigation and lawsuits. So with that, I did see online that people were wondering what's the depth of this reunification and reconciliation. So I do see litigation coming forward. I'm not sure if the Clark sisters are going to just offer Denise's family money from the movie, as well as also I'm not sure if they're going to give her past royalties for all the years that they sang or work out a settlement. I do see some type of litigation coming out, and especially she does need the money due to medical costs, and then her children are owed this. So moving forward, I'm not sure if the litigation is going to be that they're actually going to go back and sue the Clark sisters for past royalties and past monies from the movie and other endeavors, or is it more so that they're going to move forward and just offer Denise a settlement to wrong the rights that had been, to right the wrongs that had been done in the past. So I do see something moving forward, and because of that, Denise will be happy. So with that being said, I'm not sure what the end result's going to be. I'm not sure if they've talked about it, but it's going to take a while moving forward. It looks like, people are watching and wondering like, okay, you all are on this international platform. What is it to say that's going to happen? How far are y'all going to take this reunification? Are you going to do a reunion? Is there going to be an album? I do not think that Miss Denise Clark is in any health right now to travel. So if it is done, it would probably have to be in her local area, as well as maybe not sure if they're gonna do some type of like reunion on a show platform, but it does look like there's some type of litigation or some type of lawsuit or royalties or something going on behind the scenes, and in the end, Denise will be granted favor in the situation. So moving forward, we only can just hope for the best for this family. No family is perfect. I'm not saying my family's perfect, but this was the backstory. The backstory was it was a directive that was handed down, and it was given as though if something happens, do you want it said that you never reconciled with your sister? And so because of that, they took the travel to go down there. And Miss Twinkie did not go because she, what I'm picking up in my spirit, allegedly just knew that it was not in true intent, and plus she already talks to Denise on a regular basis. She felt that it was not in true intent, and she didn't want to be a part of that because she knew everybody in the group's spirits was not right regarding the matter. So because of that, it was more so she stayed home and said she couldn't travel versus going and doing that. So when it comes to the backstory, it's nothing there except that they were told to do this, and it was you do it or you be stripped. And so therefore it was done. And the person, the King of Cups, comes in very powerful and very stern. It's pretty much like, what I said, go. You don't tell me what you're not going to do. This is what's going to happen. Because this person isn't like mean that I see. This person actually took time to teach them. And they are very smart business wise. They're very smart street wise, business wise, and also in the gospel, to the point that this person took time to teach the Clark sisters the bigger picture. You know, your brand, marketing. Not only that, it's time. You've done everything. You've come full circle. You've achieved everything. So moving forward, we have to look at what is to come. If it happens this way, how will it affect your brand? How will it affect the people that follow you and listen to you? So because of that, this person actually, I see, sat down and taught them like a lesson. Like, this is your brand. Sometimes you have to do these things because you're in the public eye. And moving forward for future projects, you don't want that to your heart, a charge that you never reached out to make amends and do some things. So even though it was handed down that you need to do this and you're going to do this, and the hearts were not in it, moving forward, at the end, they did what they were told. It was just a meeting, and that was it. Just to say we did it, and they have been marketing off of that meeting, because no one would have known about that meeting had, one of the Clark sisters not mentioned it. Every time they go to get on some type of outlet, they constantly mention it and even try to produce tears. But, the people have noticed that the authenticity is not completely there or well received. The authenticity may be there from the person, but the audience is noticing that, hey, something's not adding up, and I just don't feel it. And I've seen you more convicted, and I've seen you more emotional for other things. So then, therefore, every time you keep mentioning this, it's kind of like coming up like, okay, we understand. We are grateful for the opportunity, but where do we go from here? So to move forward full circle, there has to be a change in money, because that lady, number one, needs it medically to improve her medical treatment options. Number two, her kids is owed this. Kids and grandkids, her inheritance and stuff. And I'm not siding with anyone, but this is what the card said. The card said that you all shut her out and prevented her from getting money, allegedly. So because of that, there was a battle, and there was a struggle and a resistance within the family. And this family was divided. Some of the cousins on one side, some of the aunts on one side, the uncles on the other side, the nephews on one side, the nieces on the other side. So that has left a separation with that. So because of that, there has to be justice. And the justice is coming in. Either it's going to be done spiritually by God, or either it's going to be done whereas it's going to go through the courts. But either way, they will be successful. So they will reap and receive their past losses and stuff, because the name was never changed. And that was an example of that. New Edition, when they separated, they had to change their name. They couldn't continue with the same name. They had to change their name, like Biv DeVoe had to break off. Bobby Brown did his thing. Ralph Transplant did his thing. Also with, what's the one with Candy Bears? The group SWV. Not SWV. It's the Escape. Escape had to change their name too, because when Candy Bears was not able to tour with them, they had to change their name because the name belonged to the original members. And so because of that, I'm not sure if they're like sitting down and deciding a settlement, to right the wrongs they've done. Plus, they know that this lady needs this money for medical treatment and her kids. Her kids are part of her offspring, and so because of that, they're owed money too. Is you can't have all your kids in the group driving Mercedes and BMWs and doing everything else, and then you got this whole slew of kids from one of the family members that didn't receive any money. So because of that, the cards don't lie. I wish this family well, and I hope we'll continue to see great things moving forward. Please keep in mind that all readings are alleged and that they are for entertainment purposes only. I am Culture Ace. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you and have a great day.